Some parts of the following feature are filmed in reminiscent vision. Hello, Dullbedsitblogger here, and I am standing at Gatwick Airport train station, just waiting for my connection to Dorking, my old stomping ground, and not sure how I feel. I'm just doing it.
The next train to arrive at platform 4 will be the 12:46 First Capital Connect service to London Bridge.
It's not my train. I'm on the last part of my train journey back to Dorking to see where things came from. So we're in Dorking now, and behind those trees is Box Hill, and then Dorking town's that way, so we're going to head that way. Right, I'm by Dorking Library, and you know what? Walking on the grass around here is like walking on the moon. Weird. So what am I doing here at Dorking Library? I'm going to see if I can find the news article which featured my terrible graffiti in the Dorking Advertiser. I might have quite a lot of copies of Dorking Advertiser to look through, but you never know, I might just find it. Well, that mission didn't go very well. They only keep a year's worth of Dorking Advertisers, and I'm looking for one that's in 1985 or maybe 86. So I've got to contact the Dorking Advertiser to see if I can find my bit of teenage rebellion. Oh well. On with the search of reminiscing with Dullbedsitblogger. So now we have an important thing in what helped create Dullbedsitblogger, the performer. Behind me is the Green Room Theatres, which is the theatre for the Dorking Dramatics and Operatic Society. And I used to spend a lot of Fridays with my friend Damien here. That's we all used to, well, I didn't, me. Various naughty people used to nip down the back there and smoke cigarettes, but I wasn't into that cigarette smoking thing, so I used to just improvise. So now we're in the middle of Dorking High Street, and yes, well, behind me where Marks and Spencer's is, that used to be the market and an auction house. Otherwise it's pretty much the same. I'm going to walk up this way. And there we had Sainsbury's, oh, we still got Sainsbury's rather. I had Saturday day job hell there. Oh, it's horrible working there. So we've got Dorking Museum there, and we turn round. And you see that, the 2 to 4. That used to be the best chip shop in Dorking, and I worked there for a while. I wasn't very good at wrapping the chips. They all sort of fell apart and would go cold. And that was my first ever Saturday job, Dorking Pet Shop. I just went up round the back where the aquatic centre is, and the old owner was there, so I had a bit of a chat to him. Yeah, it's alright, it's a bit of a funny chap, but hats off to him for running a business for 30 years. So I'm in sort of like the top end of central Dorking now. And here's a little bit of local history for you, okay? Just a bit further around the corner there. I'm not going to film there. There used to be, it's like an old little, not a bandstand as such, but kind of roughly call it the bandstand. And there used to be a guy there, a local alcoholic guy called Frankie McCormick, who used to drink there. And I see someone else has taken up with the tradition there, which is why I'm not filming there. I don't want to piss anyone off by filming them being drunk. And we've got this here. You see this door just here? This door goes to the Dorking Caves. because all this around here is quite soft sandstone, and during the Civil War and smugglers used to hide stuff down there, because Dorking's a crossroads. It's sort of like between London and the coast, so you used to get quite a lot of smugglers passing through, and it'd be one of the places that they'd hide various contraband stuffage, your rums and tobaccos. I was about 16. I worked in the post rooms in these offices, Sabre House there. I worked in the post office just through an agency. I did 2 days there, and that is what stopped me from ever wanting to work in an office again. It was horrible, tedious and boring. Yeah, I know I was just stuffing letters, but it was still an office, and I didn't want to do that again. Now we're going to the Nower. There you go. Which is well, it's a bit clangy. Which is a lovely walk. Walking up the Nower has reminded me of a bit of a reminiscing story to give you. Now, I want you to imagine walking up here in the night. Okay. Used to come up here with the scouts, and we used to play wide games or night games, and the younger scouts would have a bit of wool on them. It could be tied around your wrist or your ankle or whatever, and then there was the venture scouts, who are the older scouts, and we had to get to the top of this hill. You'll see the view in a minute when we get up there, and we had to get up to the top of this hill without being spotted or having our bit of wool taken off us by the venture scouts, which was very kind of scary. We wouldn't walk through the middle like this. We'd be like, oh no, quick, into the bushes, like that, hiding in the bushes, listening out for when the bigger, clumsier venture scouts diving off into the undergrowth if we saw anyone, you know, just running straight into things like this. Look, we've got a big holly bush here, very spiky, so you'd like dive into the holly bush in the hope that they wouldn't, and they didn't want to get scratched up just to get there, and you'd be it was great fun. Yeah, it was just generally a great playground, you know. But you can see, imagine coming down here on your homemade go-kart. Vroom. It's a lovely walk, and it's like, oh, that's quite a good view of Dorking. So you see the large bit there, that's Box Hill, which is a large chalky lump. Further at that end, it's so steep, it's got a road called the Zigzag on it, which bikers used to race up and down until they put speed humps in there. And also following the edge of it, you've got a dual carriageway which has signs up saying Deceptive Bends, which is where the 10cc got the name for an album, Deceptive Bends. Oh yes, I just remembered something about Box Hill. For all you NWO theorists, apparently there is a secret bunker in Box Hill that was built in the Second World War and for the War Cabinet. So here's the high point. We've got a nice viewing station where we'd have to get to win our Mars bar from the scout leader. Let's take a 360 walk, and I'll shut up for a bit. Keep finding mushrooms all around here. I remember as a kid going on a family guided mushroom walk around the Noah, and we found all sorts, you know, chanterelle, you know, horse mushrooms, earth balls, puff balls, all sorts of mushrooms we found. I forgot how nice it is up here. Wow, I just said I kept finding mushrooms. Look at that. Go on. That is a beast. I got a feeling that might be a Boletus, but I don't know well enough. That is amazing. Well, and another monster. Look, I'm going to put my hand. Look. My hand next to it there. That is brilliant. So this was my infant school. There you go, pretty much just another building. Boring building. There's a fire in the end block over there. We had to run past it to get out. This is the legendary underpass that I did my graffiti in as a reckless youth. Let's see what's going on under here. Oh, that's a bit prettier. It's always had that weird, I remember that chipped shape there, it's always had that. Oh, it's very pretty now. I was thinking I wanted to come down and do Fun Hour again, but maybe I can't. See, originally, that's where Fun Hour was, and Electro was written there. So, but they've made it all pretty. So now we're in the street I grew up in, and that's the house that we used to live at. These bits here, that was all green bit we used to play football on. I remember, and that was all fields.